got a bunch done today, so it was a really good day.
LEDs.
Got my husband's new glass. That was, what day did we go?
Tuesday.
It was a Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
I'm pretty sure it was the 17th or the 10th? I'll look in my book. So that was pretty good time. Yep. Excellent time. State Department, Post Office, St. Francis House. I told you they weren't doing anything to my mail. I knew they weren't. Went and picked up my reduced Charlie card.
Class was supposed to be 2 weeks. They did good on that.
They had those blue shirts, which I think are supposed to, arrest you
No,
for getting on a subway
write you a ticket.
at Harvard.
Write you a ticket.
Right. I still had $10 on my reduced Charlie card because I put it on there. That's my money. So anyway, I was explaining on Twitter earlier. It's not even like anybody says anything. Just because someone decides to do shit that's obviously infuriating, okay, doesn't mean any citizen cared.
I just walk right up to a blue shirt and look, I'm homeless. I'm in a sleep spot.
My total monthly income is $440 a month. I'm pretty sure on minimum wage, 40-hour work week, you make that in a week. Okay. It's pretty expensive paying for subways. When I'm forced to live somewhere, I would never choose to live. Call that living, existing on the ground, having to go to donation to get food, clothing, and a shower. I had a house in another state, by the way. I've made every attempt a person can attempt to do to get disabled housing since I'm disabled. And I can't pay a rent on $440 a month. Could you imagine what the subway would be every time you're forcing me to pay for it? How wretched that is? It's part of keeping me hostage. On earth don't homeless people just have a pass like the red shirts do, and we don't pay it all? Why are we paying it all on that kind of an income when we're forced to be in a city that we wouldn't choose to be in? It goes beyond storage. It goes beyond storage. And it's winter time. You have to have stuff to sleep outside. There's one shelter. We're not getting into it because it's a lottery that we applied for. You see us in it? No. But we're supposed to pay for a subway to get to food. Do you shop at that Whole Foods in Cambridge? It's pretty expensive. How do we get to Porter to the church to get sandwiches and back? Or where the Star Market is? How do we get to a Social Security office, a DTA office? How do we get to our storage? Some people still go to therapists and doctors. How do we get there? How do we, well, map, you just walk from where you are, but it has to do with forcing people to just sit in a public area night and day. I can almost guarantee you that that madness ends as soon as the warming centers open. Because we don't have to carry all that crap around. That's why. Anyways, all of it is just intended to get a reaction from people because they're profoundly insane. Just like this SNAP insanity.
Probably still break my sleeping bag.
Some people do actually bring more stuff to the warming center, Brian is pointing out, because the elderly people,
Well,
they
you
get
don't wanna,
sore from laying just on the mats. They use other padding.
I don't want to use their blankets either.
Like,
I
how
got-
much stuff would you expect a warming center to supply and then sterilize and wash every day
Yeah.
before we come back
I
again?
don't mind using those blankets.
Because,
They
right,
usually
that's a
come in-
lot of work for them. And then you just go, how many of these people are actually relying on SNAP food to even provide us turkey sandwiches? Just, you're never going to teach me to share. I don't share.
Here's my turkey sandwich.
Fruit trees, stuff grows, animals run, water flows. I don't share. It's just some of the stuff. Oh, please donate to the food pantries. I guess donate to the food pantries. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, people were doing that anyway. So again, when you don't have housing, what the hell is a food pantry going to do me? And then they don't even mention homeless people when they're talking, by the way. And you just go, is there nothing else that in the brain matter for you things to talk about? I guess not. I guess not. I did see the thing set up at South Station. It's right when you go to the trains. It's a little bit different than North Station, and it's like you can't get into the sitting area for the trains in North Station. So at least in South Station you can. Okay, that was a concern I had. And you go, I honestly don't hop commuter rails. I don't. I just pay. Just like I said, why am I paying? Right. And then people go, why are you paying? Yeah, why am I paying? Why would I pay for commuter rails and subways? You just explain to me why I should have to pay at all. Explain to me why you think I should have to pay.
I got put some of their stuff in my room.
Okay, babe.
Painful.
I may not listen to it, but you always want topics, so I guess you can dox me. That would be good. Try doxing me, okay? Dox all the way back to 2011, and then keep talking and then see if you can. Make sure you go back far enough. Like, what was my address? Dox all the way back. Babe, yeah, make sure you dox to my birth certificate. Martin is my middle name. It was my grandmother's maiden last name. So dox all the way back. Dox to the Golf Channel. Make sure you dox that. I don't care anyway, but yeah, bulletproof. That's why people ignore me and avoid me. I was told that they were making $24 an hour at Magic Kingdom now. I don't know if that's true. When I Googled it, they said 17 and 18. I made $7.55 an hour. Docs to the part where I attempted to go back to college 3 semesters away from a bachelor's degree and was told I couldn't, even with free college. After I was accepted, my transfer credits were accepted. Docks back to that, and then explain to me why I should pay for a subway. It's bad enough I'm paying for the commuter rail. It is half price, but you go, why am I paying it all on that kind of an income? Me from ever furthering any type of income. And you were told Exodus 2010, I don't work. What was I doing for work before I was flown up here in 2011? What was I doing for work? Docks back to Casey DeSantis at the Golf Channel, Allegoric Golf Channel, and then explain to me why I pay for a subway, or you're going to try to concoct a way. Some reason fines and credit matters to you, and I'm going to go to jail. You're going to pull this shit again now? I go to fucking jail? Don't work. Don't work. No one's forcing you to work. That is not my problem. Okay? I'm done with you folks. I made you my problem for what? 10 years? You're not my problem. You don't have to work. You can lay right on the ground where I do. You don't have to work. You don't want to lay on the ground. You don't want to have to hop trains. You don't want to live on SNAP food. I agree with you. That's why all of it's nonsense. You're supposed to be glad to aspire to other things and not agree to work where you're actually doing that at a train station. Like you're the SS, like you're the Nazi youth. I hope they're paying you a lot of money. Hope you're like paying a mortgage on a mansion or something for that. No idea. I don't know if they're supposed to let me in. I have no idea because no one said a word. They were too busy talking to themselves. They almost look like they had police insignia on their shirts. My husband said those are the people that fine you, unless that's incorrect. Weren't they supposed to have black shirts, not blue shirts?
Blue shirts. I seen them on the news this morning.
Right, you just go, what are you people doing? You're not having 2020 here. You're trying to do a lockdown. Yeah, you are. That is what you're doing, and it was explained to you about the dementia. What is going to happen when you shut off homeless people's SNAP card, by the way? And then we can't get on a train to get to the fucking free food where they just hand it to you. We can't even go to a store now, is what you're saying, and buy chicken somebody else cooked and touched. Okay? So we go to the donation where, again, they're sharing it and handing it to us. How do we get there? With all of our winter gear for sleeping outside, how do we get there? Right, just madness. Anyways, I don't want to talk about it. Just you guys just got paid $850 million, but there's a government shutdown and people shouldn't have SNAP. And I should pay for the subway. Okay. So you're not just locked in a system and forced to work. Great. I'm for free everything, but it's a little bit kind of too insane. Okay. I explained it. Some of that happens because they want people, or it's, I don't know if it's just God doing it to you to force you to drive more. If too many people would take the train and the commuter rail, if it was free, haven't they tested that? Didn't your governor just do nights and weekends where it was free? Was it just jam packed and it was a safety issue because there was too many people doing it? That would be scary, wouldn't it? If you made the whole MBTA free and people still drove, wouldn't that be scary to you? Is that what you don't want to know? Because some people don't care if it's free or not, they just don't want to take it. So anyway, just all you have to do is hope and pray that one person approves my Social Security, and we're still waiting to hear about my husband's.
I'm not getting it.
Like he hasn't been denied yet. He's not at the hearing stage. Everything's got to go to a hearing, and that's fun and exciting. When all Social Security has to do is approve his application. It's a brain injury. He was hit in the head with a hammer, had brain surgery, and he has cognitive issues and physical issues. But there's going to be a delay in approving his Social Security. You just know this, folks, too. If you think there's a racket going on that you shouldn't even care about, once you realize what you're making for money and what we get actually for money, you shouldn't even care. I'm not sure anyone does. I'm really not. I'm not sure anyone does. I just think that people with power and money are now offering people a lot of money to stand as guards at the train station. I'm not sure anyone cares. Okay. Outside of the news, I don't hear anybody talking about that. So, anyways, some of it I do believe is people are pissed off because of what you're doing to people like myself. I do. And like they may not recognize me personally and stuff, but just 15, 20 years of watching this since 2008. Yeah, you're going to pay. I understand that part of it. Yeah. And so I don't get like as personalized with that and mad because I get it. You're going to pay. This is insane. They give out passes to students and they don't pay anything. And then they get vouchers for housing. They go to food pantries. Internet is free or it's $15 a month. Clearly, you don't pay property taxes when you're renting an apartment, and you don't pay for water, and the vouchers cover their utilities. I think everybody knows what is this targeting the actual poor crap. It's just nonsense. So, anyways, what was I just going to say about once you realize, okay, the Social Security, the maximum a married couple can get on a disability is $1,400 a month. So, if I got Social Security and he did instead of the DTA cash, we're essentially only making like $200 more a month. But we can leave Massachusetts. And then people that rent don't like that DTA cash because it's based on a Social Security process and it can be ended at any time. So there is a difference between DTA cash and Social Security, even if it was the same amount. So just that, if you ever started going, both of you are disabled. We are both disabled. Sometimes two disabled people can meet and fall in love and get married or become disabled during their marriage. It happens. So just so you know, is there's a maximum of it. Right. Two single people just living together would get more Social Security. Then you might start going, what's with this racket? It's not a racket. Mm-mm. Yeah, nobody goes through all that for an extra $200 a month. Come on. And you go, it's been 15 years. Does any person pretend they can't work for 15 years? Does any person do that when they're literally on the ground? Why? So, anyways, I guess that aspect of minimum wage going up is good. Yeah, that aspect of it is good because you go, look, don't you think they would work? Okay, and if you don't know about me getting applying, getting accepted, get my transfer credits accepted, and then being told I don't get the free college because you're saying there's a loan from the ex-husband that was working with Casey DeSantis. There's a loan from 2009. Really? No, there is no loan. My children were kidnapped, so I'd sign bankruptcy papers. There's no loan. That's all marital property too. There's no loan I owe for a student loan. Nope. Whole bunch of bullshit. Oh yeah, I actually am interested in this hurricane, and I don't. I was just telling Brian, I really don't like. I'm not like happy about people perishing, right? But you just go. Clearly, there's hostages there. Okay, there's clearly hostages there. It's a vacation area. I tried to discuss this with Barbara Kent years ago about one other island, and they feel like they're helping the natives there. They think they're helping them by giving them work. It really is that. They think that they just go and invade like an animal. They go and invade like a primate, and that's their territory now. Because to them, nobody's there. Nobody's there. That's how they think. Nobody's there. Just like Eddie had said, you have a flag? Because if you don't have a world, nobody's there. And you're dumb and sad. How sad is this? These people don't have a world here. So we're going to make a world, and then they can work, and we'll have vacation people come. It's like just like a Puerto Rico with Maria, right? There's only one good, and that's God alone. Like the leaves, I get it because people live here now, and it will rot your grass. But isn't it beautiful just all over the ground like that, and it crunches when you walk and stuff? It's cool.
They're telling people to leave their leaves there on the news.
Oh, yeah, because it's beautiful. That's nature. Yeah, but you're not going to have this nice grass come the spring. It will destroy the grass that was laid there.
I'm trying to say it's like make it nice and stuff.
Yeah. Well, a compost pile and stuff. Like, yeah, if you really wanted to get back to nature, but just know it's going to be nothing but dirt in the spring. Yeah, it does kill the grass. There's no grass in a forest. Did you notice? I'm sure grass has things bad. You probably go out to the Midwest or something in nature for grass. I don't know what's going to happen because, like I said, some of the things are changing a little bit since Maria, since that hurricane, where you go, okay, how about if you guys just get on the emergency ships and get to somewhere else? And then whoever wants to stay there, as long as they know no one's coming to put the world back up. And then those people are free. I don't know if that's yet to be possible because people are still just mowing down trees and building things. They're having a World Cup here. Did everybody know this? Yeah, I saw a deer today right over there, and I didn't think it was real. And Brian goes, "No, look, the head is moving. It's just standing real still. It's like watching us." And I was like, I took 2 photographs, and I was like, "You didn't follow us here from Wampatuck, did you?" Yeah, it was like staring right at us. And then when we walked, the head just moved as we would. Did they put an animatronic deer in over there? Oh yeah, just do you see this? Like, yeah. I could tell them, but I don't think they care. Hopefully they have no concept of anything, or they just know it's an extinction. Just what is going on? Like, what is this? Like, where do I go now? I know the feeling. Like it ran somewhere and goes, where do I go? Like, what is this? This is what happened here. Like, how do I get past this? You can't get past it. You can't get past it. What are they planning on tearing down and building over there? And just millions of people and stuff. You just go, what on? To me, it seems an excuse. Like that person, that dude, has got to be completely monstrously deranged. And people keep accepting his money or something to do this stuff. That's all they do, the destroyers. They hate nature. They cut down everything, every blade of grass, every tree. Yeah, poison all the water and just keep building all this artificial stuff that they think is fantastic. Like they took a poop and it smells like them. Don't they already have an area that's already concrete with the soccer field? Can't you have the World Cup there? Oh yeah, imagine if someone just told you, we decided to have the World Cup in Arcadia National Park. Oh yeah. What? Well, it's going to bring a big economy to Maine because we have an influx of people and there's not enough work. Well, we got an influx of a deer that wants to know what the fuck's up. I mentioned the passports at the beginning of the live stream, right? Oh my God, the relief. Oh yeah, just, yep. Well, it proves my point. I knew that St. Francis House wasn't doing that. I just knew it. The first time I got mail there, I knew it. Right. The first time I got mail there, I knew it. I was like, I don't know what happened with Social Security. I think they may have mixed it up with Broad Street. Okay, people make mistakes, and I have something from Social Security that I'm going to have to call them tomorrow. They may have wanted to see if I got the mail because when I speak with Social Security, they know about Father Bills. They know people can't get mail there. The post office knows, Social Security knows, the DTA office knows, everybody knows. They don't even care that everybody knows that they're taking people's mail. They don't even care. That's a federal offense. They don't even care. They'll look at you and go, federal offense, like I'm square. Yeah, I can't stand that crap. Believe me. There's definitely some kind of disconnect about any of my belief system. Okay, just right. It's not that all those concepts are like stupid. I know you just go, you either get rid of a system or you don't. Like you don't care that you're violating federal law. They just think you're dumb and stupid because you're like that matters. Who cares? You're still doing that? Yeah, I am still doing that. I am most definitely still doing that because I'm not doing that. Yeah, definitely still doing that. That's the only governmental system I want to be living under. Okay? Just, yeah, I am still doing that. I can't stand when people act like law abiding Americans and Boy Scouts and stuff are like dumb and square. Yeah, I can't stand that. I would say I don't know what happened to people, except I do kind of know what happened to people. But I've gone over it on Facebook for years. It's a sort of a process that happened. Honestly, it was like people in terms of people believe in stuff they shouldn't believe, it's actually the other way around, where they got too caught up in Democrats and Republicans and stuff. Like that means some shit. It's like watching the Patriots, not you're supposed to then. Yeah. Because it's like a sporting event, the people like that. What's bad about the Democratic Party is when they want to expand government and build more. That's what they do. They pour more money into road work and stuff, and then people get jobs. They create jobs. I know it is sort of like I guess if I had to think about it, Republicans' creation of jobs is contained within cities, so it doesn't expand out. Right, people are allowed to be business owners because they give out the jobs and they pay their employees, and then people don't have to depend on the government to do it. I thought we had this thing in the bag with the SNAP food cards. I'm just sort of like, is it to target the people with the cash, perhaps? Okay, again, do you know what that income is? How sad that is that people would care? Like, say in your lives, okay, how fast would it take you to spend $200? It wouldn't take long, right? That's what you get twice a month, $200. If you think about how sad that is that people would be angry about that. I just had like wicked bad deja vu. I haven't had deja vu in a while. So, right, I thought we had this thing in the bag, like, um, essentially food is free because of the SNAP food cards, but it keeps everything calm, and so someone doesn't buy every turkey. Okay, I thought that's why we were set with the SNAP food. Okay. No, you got to stop this insanity about bringing communities together and sharing and forcing people into other people's housing and stuff. You got to stop it. You got to stop it. Everything was copacetic. Like you're just doing the thing again. It's very reminiscent of 2020. So it is causing people a lot of anxiety because it's frightening. We don't want to live through that again. Can't the people with the snap cards decide if they want to share? I mean, I'm not really getting it. Like, you need snap cards to be off to donate to a food pantry. I'm not understanding how that makes any sense to anyone. If you shut off snap cards, clearly those people aren't donating anything. Okay, so what does that even have to do with anything? The holidays are coming. Just encourage people to donate to things for some reason. We went over this before COVID. You don't recall this? Okay. Even when you start saying food pantries are going to shut down, then can't the government give them food to give out or the store themselves? Why are we retracking back to this? Is it possible that some of you have become, and don't get angry, your level of uh what would you like to call it, progression, is that you completely forgot 2020 already? Yes, I remember when I met Alfred's new wife's mother, they had to tell me that she had Alzheimer's because she started talking about something from like a couple of months ago or something. She couldn't remember. I think I asked her something about I went, oh, remember last summer, blah, blah, blah. And they go, oh, she has Alzheimer's. She doesn't remember last summer. Just so I would know and she wouldn't get upset for not knowing. Is it I know they actually mentioned Hurricane Sandy recently. Do you remember Hurricane Sandy? Do you remember Hurricane Sandy, babe?
600.
Okay. See, he just says, no, I don't remember it. He doesn't get angry, which is nice. In the fall of 2012, there was a hurricane that came up to New York City and Boston. Okay. And it caused a lot of flooding in New York City. Okay, and that was called Hurricane Sandy. It was in October. And then they had concerts. Aerosmith was out there and stuff, and they had concerts. Okay. Then after that hurricane, we got 40 inches of snow. And it kind of shut down semi New York, and then people were standing in line to get gas and stuff, and they couldn't send out the snow plows right away, and it was like record snow. So I don't know if that's bringing back any recall, or if not, I'm just letting you know. You can Google it. Okay. So in 2020, people already did the everything's going to shut down. And then Nancy came out and gave out emergency money. The governor had to give you extra. They didn't shut off your SNAP though, right? They shut mine off. I don't think they shut yours off. They shut mine off, and then everyone got extra SNAP to get through it. And there was lines and lines and lines at the food pantries, and everybody wouldn't stop shopping. And then they had to limit how many people could be in the store at a time, and you stood in line and things. You don't really want that, do you? Okay, so maybe you could start researching what happened during quote unquote COVID. Okay, and at the beginning of it, they were telling people to order food, like the stores would deliver it to them, like Stop and Shop. Okay, but it didn't include SNAP recipients. Okay, and everyone cleared the shelves, and then I'd go in there, and there's hardly any food. Okay, and they had to start limiting portions and things, and I don't think any of us wants that again. I think she's.
Yep. Right.
Hi. At first I thought it was Candy. I go, I think she's bringing the dog back, but then when you came in, I go, oh, maybe it's Candy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nancy.
Anytime.
Hi. Did you miss us? We had to go out for the day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was here earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then, not right now, she's babysitting.
Yeah, she said she wasn't going to be here when we got back, so I figured she was babysitting. Hi. How was your day? I don't know what that is. Do you?
What?
Jacket.
It's a sweater to put over this.
Oh, it's like a winter thing. Cool.
Yeah. I said, you just can't tell now when you're gonna need it when you're not.
Yeah, it was kind of cold today.
This morning was cold.
Yeah.
Hey, see you later, okay? You a good boy? You a good doggy. You can tell Candy that he did more business.
Oh, okay.
I just took
good.
him for a walk.
I saw you. Yeah, I saw you walk. Oh, there's a squirrel. I just saw you walking. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna you say that in front of Bugsy. It's a squirrel.
I know.
He nuts. Box at the squirrel, wants to chase the squirrel. Doesn't even lucky puppy. You good. You. Look at pants.
Oh, thanks.
Those are pretty.
They're like thermos too. Yeah.
Wow. You need that these days.
I know.
Especially in the morning.
Yeah.
See you later, okay? Good boy. See you later, Mary.
I'll see you later, Nancy. Thank you. He's gonna go off that side now
Oh yeah.
to the bed probably,
Oh yeah.
unless she's coming in because she should be coming back. I would think.
She said about 6:30.
Oh, okay.
It's 5:25.
Oh,
now,
okay.
so.
Sometimes it's 4:30. So, all right, now I know.
You,
Thank you.
you probably never know sometimes.
Yeah. It might go by the day.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's the highest I ever got.
Wow.
It's like higher than anyone. I think it might be the high school.
Video games.
Yeah. I see you later, okay?
Did you see what they're talking about?
Lighting of the tree.
They're picking out the tree now. They picked it out. It's exciting.
I mean, Halloween's not even here yet. It says
Yeah, but I guess they have to pick out the tree ahead of time. Yeah.
Are you afraid you're gonna miss something? Sometimes I'll jump up there and look out there and then see whoever or whatever and back at them. I see you there, okay? You little angel. Yeah. You take care.
Okay, thank you.
Want me to knock him so you can go nuts again?
He's like, not right now.
Yeah, really.
All
Okay.
right, I'll see you later.
Okay, take care.
They were talking about picking out the Christmas tree for Rockefeller Center, so I was like started to get excited. I don't think I have. No, I've only been to I must have gone because Statue of Liberty's in New York or is in New Jersey. When I was like in elementary school, I went to the Statue of Liberty. That not really anything else in New York, and I went up to the crown part of it because the arm part was closed. I walked up the stairs. So I've been to New York once in December during a blizzard, and I really didn't see anything. Yeah, like is Grand Central Station in New York City? It had to have been that. So that's not the same thing as Penn Station. Okay, I drove to Connecticut. I flew from Orlando to Massachusetts, and then I drove from Massachusetts to Connecticut and took a train into New York City. And then friends of mine had got me a good deal in a hotel. It was under $200, and it must have been right in the city. Yeah, it was right down the street from, I'm pretty sure, Grand Central train station. And there was like a Starbucks everywhere. That's all I pretty much remember. It was like a very modern hotel room. It was definitely, sufficient for, a hotel room for the night. And I went to some dive bar because we were like involved with that musician and stuff. So my two friends and I went on the subway, and I remember I thought it looked like Michael Jackson's Bad video because it was all white tiles. And then we went to some restaurant, and I had a cannoli, right? And then I think that was pretty much all we did. And then it was like the next night, I think, was some bar there. And then I went back to the hotel, slept, and got up and got back on the train. Yeah, that was a wild car ride in a blizzard from Massachusetts. Like Betty Broderick. Yeah, just that 1%. So it was something I had to do to get finalize it with that dude. But anyways, many times you go, really, should I have capped it off with the drink in the face? But no, I didn't even do that. It was like complete lady, and just that's all really that was needed to be. When you're lying to a female and she's a complete lady like that and honest and stuff and kind and nice, I don't think you need to belittle yourself by flipping out in a bar and tossing a drink. I think you just do like I did, honestly. Yeah, don't stoop yourself down to these dudes' levels. So anyway, I'm pretty sure I didn't see the tree at Rockefeller. I've never gone ice skating there.
I'll bring up the thing.
What if you combine it with the one that's hanging up? It is. Um, Bryant Park, is it? It has free ice skating, but I think you have to pay to rent the skates. Quincy doesn't make you pay to rent the skates, by the way, which is nice. Yeah. But you must be able to buy Rockefeller Center and see people ice skating like I did at Boston Common. Remember that? I wouldn't even do it because I felt bad about doing it. The train was free at the time, the Fairmont line, if you forgot. Okay. That was when it was free, right? Yeah. It was free for like 2 weeks or something like that. So I went there in the nighttime. I went to the tree lighting, and then once I went to watch the ice skating, and when I found out it wasn't free, I wouldn't do it. It wasn't free. Okay, just imagine if it was and I didn't know. But anyways, I just couldn't do it. Obviously, things have changed, and part of the reason things have changed is because I'm forced to live in a city. Yeah, once you realize that actually people are not doing what you're doing, it's not that I'll never go back into your world. That's why I don't work. And I don't even think I'm capable of working, to be honest with you. I think sometimes, like, I really underestimate my medical condition and then my mental tolerance. Could you imagine forcing a person like me to work? I hope you would be doing that in an environment where there's no people around me. Like, what the hell would you think I'd do for work? No one ever suggests that, just so you know. I mean, I don't know if strangers online do, but in my interactions, just so you know, they don't. It doesn't have anything to do with that. You're not understanding the level of Ron DeSantis, Casey DeSantis, a 10-year battle over Florida alimony. You're not understanding the mentality of a certain group. They don't function right. It's not about making me work. That's why they won't let me finish college. So yeah, thanks for like making me pay for the subway. That's great. Not everyone does. Nope, and not everyone even makes me pay for the bus, by the way. Right, you just go, this is fucking insane. Why is this person forced to be taking trains all over the place like this, and we're supposed to tell her to fucking pay? She goes to jail? Insane. Try giving her a fucking apartment. I'd have no need to go to MAP. And then MAP could service other people and they're not being strained financially over there. Anyways, I guess 6:30. Okay. Watch, that's probably. Oh no, I sent him out with the trash. I was like, watch, that's probably her. Anyway, don't bring me down, Bruce. I guess we're having early voting. I saw it at the Cambridge Public Library because I had to return the hotspot a week late. And it just so happened they sent me an email this morning. It made me feel better. I was like, okay, good. Because that's the day I was already planning on coming in. I had to go in because I had to return that and I had to check my mail and he had to get his prescriptions and his eyeglasses. So, no, we have to leave here because we can't risk something happening with her getting evicted for having people here and they're doing an inspection on the 5th. Yeah. I mean, the most we'd ever have to stay here was till December 1st anyway. And I was saying to Brian, I go, it's with the holidays coming up, there's probably people that have people come and spend the whole month of November and December with them. Why wouldn't you? It's the holidays. Even the workers are going to be in and out. It's holidays, right? It's a lot of holidays in November and December. Yeah, I would think so. I mean, I don't work for housing. I wouldn't even probably say anything unless in the most extreme circumstances would I ever say anything if I worked for housing. Like you think the person's being taken advantage of, or they've got like 10, 12 people in there, or the people in there are smoking and or doing drugs inside the facility. They're bothering the other residents, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, otherwise, I would mind my own business, especially considering what's going on in the world. But it, especially the month of November and December because it's winter and it's holidays. Say that you ever found out that there literally isn't any shelters and the warming centers don't open to December 1st. Do you still think that you would send notices like that to a resident? I would hope to God you wouldn't. I would hope to God you'd at least wait till December 1st. Yeah. I would hope to God, but I don't know. I think it's an annual inspection or something. We'll assume it doesn't have anything to do with us. Yeah. So next Monday. Yeah. We figured we'd leave next Monday. So because she has the inspection on Wednesday and my hearing is Tuesday and I don't want to be in transit on that day. And my laptop is in my storage. And I thought about that today if I should pick it up and I go, I'm not going to do it. I'll just leave Monday. Yeah, because I'll have to do it at the library. What else am I going to do? That's the only place I eat that or Smith Center. Hopefully their internet is reliable. Yeah, I mean, I suppose I probably could do it at Smith Center. That might be better than the library because it's not as crowded. They don't care if you talk in that library in a certain section, though. But it is an hour hearing. So I suppose it's up to the judge how long it is, I should say. I was told it's about an hour, typically. So I'm sure it's up to the judge how long. I'm not sure every other person there doesn't care how long it is. I would think if you only had a 10-minute hearing and denied the person, then the lawyer might go, really? But I mean, yeah, it seems a formality to me. Yeah, so especially with a lawyer, I think it's a formality. Well, I don't know if it's so, if the judge wants you to have a chance to say anything that you think is not in the documents. Unfortunately, that might be a case with me, even though I really didn't want to have to do that. I'm nervous about the whole thing as it is. I'm hoping it's not that, but you just go, yeah, I mean, honestly, I've even tried to get another appointment with my provider. Um, Hopefully, some of the stuff from South Shore Hospital when I had the flu, um, even though that doctor is probably not a nephrologist, that's at least two ultrasounds and a CT scan, like the size of my organs. So, yeah, like I could explain that it's gotten much worse since I've been street homeless. And if I don't have Social Security, what am I going to do? Um, so, the shelters the way they are now, they don't have beds. Every night they do a bed lottery, or you're sitting up in a chair. And clearly in the daytime, there's nowhere for me to lay down. So it makes a difference because it laying down my everything has a chance to function and it relaxes me and my blood pressure can be stabilized. So, anyways, yeah, because I don't. Maybe my provider did. I have no idea. Maybe my provider wrote a dissertation and I just don't even know that. Yeah, it's possible. I have no idea. Like, just some of it is like you have to be told by the doctor exactly what the deal is with the liver because on paper, just looking at blood work and stuff, you're not really getting it. So I know I probably should eat something. It's almost 6. Oh yeah, let me put. I should probably put that chicken. In the thing, huh? Everything is so late.
I made room at the shelf. I took 2 boxes out. Pop Tart box and the graham cracker box.
Oh,
So,
yeah, you still have hot dogs too, babe.
oh,
If you don't want to have chicken.
yeah. I don't roll out of rolls.
We have those tortillas. Is there bread?
I knew you were going to say that. We have the tortilla.
I love those things.
For a hot dog, no? Not for a hot dog. You have to wrap both hot dogs and then eat it like a
I
burrito.
should probably boil this and use the pan out of the clean. It's already almost 6. Oh, it's not frozen anymore. That's good. Cooks faster if you boil it.
Yeah. What?
I'm freaking starving. And I have to break open one of those peanuts. I'm waiting for that stuff to cook. Alright, I guess I'll shut this off for right now. Unless I have anything else to talk about. Well, I wanted to report what I saw at the train station in Harvard, and then someone will find out what exactly that is. Because if I became frightened and then was forced to use my very small income to pay, who else is if that's not what they're doing? If they're there to let us in, they need to be like kind of talking to us and paying attention to what we're doing. Because I even went to the machine for a reason. Because I had it was in an envelope still, got my reduced card that happened to have $10 that I put on it like a year ago. And then it was nullified and I couldn't use it. Yeah, so I wanted to make sure I still had the nullified one. I wanted to make sure I knew which one was which, so I don't go to use it and have that happen. Even that doesn't get their attention to ask if we, you know, do you want to get let in? Maybe we didn't look homeless today. I don't know. If you saw the way I was dressed, you would.
Lady gets shot by a 6-year-old.
Usually we do have all kinds of baggage. Yes, it was nice today. Just a purse. Oh yeah, just oh my God! It's like when you first leave your house without a diaper bag or a stroller. Oh yeah, awful. It's been now a year and a half of it. Year and a half of it. Just imagine that in your life. Brian said it too. As soon as you get on the train, he goes, "It feels weird not to have like our backpacks and stuff." You go, "I know." That's how I felt when I took the commuter rail to Salem and stuff and took a walk. Yeah, you just go, "Whoa, this is nice." I used to take a walk like that every single day. For 10 years, I did it. For 10 years, I did it. And it kept me stable medically. Right. Just, anyways, don't even get me going because it just adds to my stress, which raises my blood pressure. Oh, yeah, the hurricane. That's what I wanted to mention that before I shut this off. 5:48. Okay. Um, it's not right. It's not that. It's the other thing. But then it becomes interesting. I don't pay attention to it, no. But it becomes interesting when you say it's a Cat 5 and it's an island like that. Yeah, then it becomes interesting. Yeah. Because if they're not making it up and it's a real hurricane, I mean, what's going on there? Never. Nope. My husband and I will never take a cruise that goes there or San Juan, Puerto Rico. Terrible. Terrible, awful. Yeah, just nope. Um, some things are so bad you don't want to look at it because it's so depressing when stuff is built up and destroyed. You don't want to look at it. Not all that stuff being thrown down by a hurricane is depressing. There's not a stone to be built here that won't be torn down, won't be thrown down. It's not as small as I've seen them before, though. Yeah, doesn't the size of the eye matter too?
Probably if it's smaller, it's stronger.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, I'm not the weather person, but I thought that's what they said before. The smaller the eye, the worse. Small, well defined,
Yeah, like that one.
like a border that looks like it's strong. Yeah. What? No, not Bermuda. All I care is about the beach, I guess, but drinking water for the day. Yeah, maybe drink and eat on the ship and then enjoy actual nature without destroying nature itself like you're at a campground. We'll all be given Porta Johns and a bottle of water, a sandwich. I wouldn't even care if they made jerk chicken, right? As long as it's not burning lava hot. I want it to be hot though. I don't like cold food like that. And they took the little tongs, not they touched it with their hands, and handed it to me in my hand. Then you don't have to worry about all those paper products. We'd have to have a pit to throw all the bones in, though. Yeah, this right here is why we're still here, by the way, because it's supposed to rain again. And then I told her this morning, I go, you can't be responsible. It's every time it rains, you got the inspection on the 5th. So, yeah. Well, it looks like it's getting pretty cold next week. But that's what I'm saying. And then you're gonna stand at Harvard, where I just get on the bus, the subway, right? And I go to my storage unit and get my sleeping bag and my blanket so I don't die outside. And it's been a while, right? We're actually going to have to acquire something to put under us. They shut those sprinklers off yet? Because that helps. Because you can't lay on the grass with sprinklers going off at 4 a.m. That isn't going to get cold as fast as the concrete is. Okay. So then I got to take the subway back and carry it from the subway to where I sleep, which isn't your business, but it's on the ground. It's not even on grass because of sprinklers. Okay. Without sprinklers, it's on the grass unless it rains. I got to get to December 1st. The warming center isn't open yet, and the shelter is full. They lotteried 2 more beds today, and those aren't my numbers. They're not my numbers. They're not my husband's or our friend that we know sleeps outside. None of us are getting picked in that lottery. It's called an apartment. It's called an apartment. You got to ask them that. You got to ask them that. 2016, but I've been homeless since 2011. The shelter in Quincy knew that from 2012, in March of 2012. In 2016, I applied to like numerous. And I told you back then you got a number, and I was told in 24 months I'd be in an apartment and born. Am I in an apartment and born? No, because I'm homeless and they pretended they didn't know how to get in touch with me and then dropped me off of some housing list, and now they don't even do a list. You just fill out something on Champ that never amounts to anything. I've done housing lotteries, everything. I wasn't married then. That was the time to get me into something where then it's my problem. If it's me and a man's problem, if we meet later on and date, and then what are we going to do? You should have thought about that before because you didn't even do that. And now it's a married couple. Again, people used to be put in disabled housing. That's why a voucher wasn't even this voucher business is new and insane. Yep, the voucher thing is new and insane for disabled people. Yeah, and see, I guess they're doing it with elderly people too. The fuck is that? Other than dementia, like it's a vulture, not a voucher. It sounds like dementia to me. It was called the Section 8. And the women with the children could get one after a certain amount of time, and they would use that at a house that the landlord accepted a Section 8 at, or a triple decker apartment outside of public housing. Oh, yeah, now just everybody's got to have a housing voucher when they're not even on welfare. Okay, so again, disabled people generally got into disabled housing, and it was 30% of their income. So, yeah, people on Social Security disability can't afford to pay rent either. And they won't give us those, golden vouchers. They won't give them to us. I didn't just apply in what was it, August of 2024. I applied in 2016. It's been 10 years. I've been on an apply for 10 years, Dedham Housing. 10 years. Just because you didn't return any correspondence, I applied to you in 2016 and 2017. You completely fucking ignored me. That doesn't mean I didn't apply. I was on Champ years ago, and like I said, someone decided to bump me off of Champ because, oh no, the mail went to the wrong place. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, ha 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 ha. So when you dox me, make sure you dox all the way back to 2011. Thank you. And dox Ron DeSantis, Casey DeSantis, Al Gore, the Golf Channel. Thank you. In Florida alimony laws. And 6 kidnapped minors. Thank you. In a house. Anything. I'm not even getting in this stuff about beating up people that have lived on welfare from the cradle to the fucking grave, but I'm not one of them.
Keys, please.
Yeah, I was gonna smoke too.
You can't. Monkey see, monkey do.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter if you hold them or not, as long as I go out there right now. What's up, dog? What are you gonna do with those, babe? Don't just leave them there. Are you eating them when we come back in? Okay. Oh, I gotta check that pot before we go outside. The pot on the stove. I can't have that boiling. That would be wicked messy to clean up. That's why I don't like boiling poultry, because the pan is like it's like not exactly concrete, but it makes it a lot harder to clean. You spill that into your burner. Ugh. All right, I suppose I should shut the live stream off. Well, it's getting boring now. I don't want to get into the world's repetitive topics nonsense.
I just zone out.
Divide and conquer. Well, he said he doesn't care, so we'll see. Maybe something to come up with. He zones out when I'm talking. Well, last night I started talking to him, and he thought I was talking to you guys. I'm sorry, it was actually kind of humorous because I realized I was kind of talking in the same voice tone as when I'm doing this. And I just go, babe! That, like, the live stream's not even on anymore. I'm talking to you. Why are you lighting it there, babe? You're not supposed to smoke on the property.
Brian's in one of those moods today. I'll use your lighter, babe. Thank you.